Hey guys, it's Breakfast here. In this video I want to talk about the latest flavor of the month, that is Faction Warfare, which at this point really is the best way to make money in EVE Online. It's extremely easy to get into. All you really need is a character with a couple days worth of training and a ship worth about 1 million ISK. So it's really easy for newbies to farm some ISK, and it's also easy to make an alt, so you don't need to leave your corporation to do it. There are a couple different ways to make money in Faction Warfare, but today I'll talk about Plexing, and specifically offensive Plexing. At its bones, it's going into enemy territory and capping their control points. And that's really all you need to know about it to make money. There are 4 factions, of course: Minmatar, Galente, Amar and Kaldari. And if you're looking for money making only, I would suggest Minmatar, since it's the easiest to tank Amar ships, but going for Kaldari is just about as good. Alright, now to the money making process. First thing you need to do, you need to open your Faction Warfare interface, and you can find it right here on the left side on your bar. And if it's not here, you can find it through going to EVE menu, then to to business, and then Faction Warfare. Through here you can find systems which you can go to cap the control points. So basically you go to the Warzone control and go through this list and find a red system. That's the enemy system. So let's say we choose Seaside. It's 6 jumps out. 6 jumps out, so you set a destination for it and just dock and warp to it. Alright, once you're in a system, I didn't actually warp to it, but it's all the same for all the systems, so just take my word for it and do the same in your system. Open your system scanner or D-scan. It's located down here in at your ship's HUD. Open it up and hit the analyze button. Then just wait for 10 seconds. And it's gonna show all the control points that the system has. I recommend, once you're in a system, I recommend to try to warp to all of them and immediately stopping your ship. Just like this, just warp to all of them, but stop your ship before the warp starts, really. What this does is it makes a beacon appear in your overview, so when an enemy comes into your system, he doesn't know in which of those you're in, so you have more time to bail. So basically what you need to do is warp to it at 0. Alright, I'm gonna switch to a different clip now. Basically once you land, you need to just hit the analyze button again, just see if anything else is spawned in the system. And if there isn't anything else, you need to approach the center of the Plex, which is the button, which has the little timer under it, and you need to orbit it. And the orbit range depends on the Plex. So basically you can click show info on the button and see the ranges, but I'll put the ranges on the screen so you just know. For majors it's 27.5 kilometers, for mediums it's 17.5 kilometers, and for minors it's 8. So all you really need to do is just set the orbit and wait for 20 or 10 minutes or whatever. Alright, here, while orbiting the button, a hostile came into the system. And it's usually okay, since it's low sec, a lot of people pass by, but local immediately spiked, like 5 or 6 people came in, so When that happens, you should always open your dscan and type in like 9999999. It's gonna automatically change the range to the max range setting, and just hit scan all the time, see if anyone comes nearby. And if they don't, then just continue orbiting. But if they do, you should probably just bail and wait for them to get bored and leave, and just come back to the Plex and continue what you're doing. And once it's done, once all the minutes has passed, it says captured on the timer bar. At that point you are free to leave. You can go to a planet or something and then just go to another system. You can open your mail and see that you've been awarded some loyalty points, and that's about it. Another thing to mention is that if you're alone, you're gonna get more LP. So if you're doing it with 2 people or even 3 or 4, it's gonna be a lot less for you. This means that if you're going into someone else's Plex and just basically stealing his LP, then at least be nice about it. He might not be a dick to you afterwards. It's always nice to be an asshole in EVE Online, but in this situation it's almost always better to be nice to your partner, so you're gonna get more money in the long run. Alright, and that's offensive plexing. You can make up to about 200 million in 1 hour doing this, maybe a little more, maybe a little less, depends on the market, I guess. I'm going to make another video that shows another, even better way to make money in faction warfare, which is doing missions. But that's going to be in about 10 days, since I don't have skills for it yet, but once I do, I'll put up a similar video. In case anyone wants to know and do it as well, the thing you need for mission running is a stealth bomber, and specifically if you're Minmatar faction, you should train for a Mars stealth bomber. And that's all for today. Thank you for watching and fly safe.